Hi everybody, I'm Marbozir and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong. So, let's continue where we left off and investigate the jackpoint, since we are already here. Let's take a look around. What's going on with that server? Let's check the server. The front of the server's case hangs open, the inner machinery quiet and without power. A clipboard is stuck to the side by a piece of duct tape. Its papers filled with a long list of programs and their prices. A quick glance over the program sheet reveals names like Bugs and Black Hammer. Undoubtedly, this was Magpie's attack program storage machine. Somebody removed the drives, and it sure wasn't Magpie. Here, look. The main drives were disconnected properly, but it looks like she modded the server to have a backup drive with its own battery-based power supply. If it was Magpie, she'd have taken that too. Crap, this is a Fuji XB1000, and it looks like the battery power ran out a while ago. The XB1000s are constant write drives. They're dirt cheap and have ton of capacity, but if they run out of power, they lose their data. We're not gonna be able to get anything off the drive. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Check the display case. This bin is full of assorted chips, peripherals, and add-on modules for cyberdecks. They don't seem to be arranged in any coherent fashion, and are spread across the felt surface. Search through the bin. You sift through the display case, searching for anything that might prove interesting. Isobel peers past you as you search the bin. That's interesting. There's a lot of storage memory, I/O handlers, and active memory in this bin. I'm not seeing any MPCP hardware, response increase chips, or anything relating to the hot shit decking Magpie was supposed to be into. In fact, you couldn't even build a full deck with this. Without the MPCP, it would be just a glorified comlink. What do you think it means? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say somebody cleaned her out. MPCP, response increase, biofeedback filters and all that, they're easy to move, expensive, and highly illegal. All the rest of this crap is good, but it's nothing you couldn't pick up at any electronics shop. You'd have to know what you're looking for though. Only a good decker would know what they're seeing. Could Magpie have taken them with her? I guess so, but if she did that, why would she leave the completed cyberdecks? No, I think this was theft. Interesting. But wait, only the elders have access to this place? And the security guy, Porter Lamb. Okay. Let's check the desk. Magpie's desk is the kind of messy most people only associate with rats' nests, porters and deckers. The surface of the desk is littered with cigarette butts, half-finished cans of soy calf, and scraps of electronics. A towering pile of empty instant noodle bowls sits next to it. Their sides are blazoned with Honest Wang's instant all-time Lamian, and depict a line of top hat-wearing caterpillars dancing with canes. What? Okay. Hey, awesome. I didn't think anybody but me liked Honest Wang's noodles. Flavor like you've never tasted in a package of instant noodles. I promise. See? This one's cheese curry broccoli. I don't know why it never caught on, honestly. Gee, who could ever pass up on the delicious taste of cheese curry and freeze-dried vegetables? Gobbet seems oblivious to Duncan's sarcasm. I know, right? People out there have no idea what kind of culinary delights they're missing. Search the desk. You gingerly root around in the desk, doing your best to avoid more disgusting piles and spills. It isn't easy. The desk's drawers are stuffed to overflowing with receipts, cigarette packs, optical chips, and cables. Most of the contents is boring, useless, and disgusting. While searching one of the bottom drawers, however, a low-quality tin logbox catches your eye. Someone has pried the latch off, leaving a ragged hole where a lock should be. The interior of the box has several sleeves for storing keycards, all of which are empty. A small note is taped to the interior of the box. Spare stockroom keys. The door is in the rear of Mrs. Young's restaurant. Do not lose these. Use only if I am not available to open the stockroom. A stockroom, huh? So who broke the lockbox to get the keys out? Maybe it was one of the elders. They had the key for this place. Probably whoever cleaned out Magpie's equipment. What if it was the elders who cleaned out her equipment? Like, no one else was supposed to have access here, right? And one of them said that he checked everything inside? I remember one of them saying that they checked everything inside. I'm thinking you're right. Whoever tore the latch of the box was in a hurry. Any of the elders could have cracked the maglock without much trouble, and most regular Wampoans could too. This seems like somebody who was tossing the place and wanted to get in and out as fast as possible. If someone was after Magpie's gear, her stockroom would be a goldmine. Okay, well, we still got the bathroom. Let's check that out. You search Magpie's bathroom. There's not much in here. A toothbrush, toilet paper, some hairpins, and a collection of cheap makeup. The combination bath shower unit, however, has minor flakes of a dry, reddish substance near the drain. Blood. Dried blood. Prying open the drain cover, it looks like quite a bit of it was shed as well. Shit. Maybe Magpie didn't take a trip after all. With all that amount of blood, I'm guessing someone killed her quietly and then drained her body in the bath. It would make sense. It would make it cleaner to relocate. This doesn't seem to match the other scenes. Clever, that's a careful plan. Well, it doesn't match the killer's other scenes. I'm thinking there's a lot more going on with these murders than we were initially told. First, they don't even mention Magpie to us, and now it looks like she's been killed. Something's not right here, Hulk. Let's not mention this to the elders. If they're hiding anything, they may start cleaning up their shacks better. Okay. Well, this was interesting. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but yeah. Anything else we can do? Nope, we got everything. Unless there are any new options, probably not. I'll just check before we leave. Nope, nothing else we can do here. And the server. Alright, we got everything then, so let's leave. Now, there are still a few things that we can investigate. We need to search the storm drains. And... oh yeah, we could investigate the garage. I really want to check what's in there. But it looks like we'll have to kill the gangers to actually do that. Still, no one is going to miss them. At least that's the impression I got. They won't really care if we kill the gangers. And that incident with the police seemed a little bit suspicious. Yeah, I really want to check this place out. Maybe we will get some information why they invited the police here. But as I said, we'll have to kill them. There's no other way. I don't have the etiquette required to just get past them. Can I look around the garage? Yeah. We would need a gun or... yeah, we don't have that. Even if I had the karma for it, it's probably not worth going for 6 in charisma on a troll this early on. So we'll have to kill them. We can't just ambush them either. We have to just use attack them dialogue option or try to run past them and they will attack us. It's probably better to attack from the front, then we can run back, break line of sight or something. There are quite a few of them. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I see 6. There might be more hiding out of view. Alright, I really want to search this place, so let's just attack them. This seems to be the only way. Alright, we are doing it. Attack them. We do have some grenades. Duncan has 2 grenades. We also have proximity grenades on Isobel or Gobet. We got 7 dudes. Right. Okay. So how are we going to do this? Yeah, Isabel has smart proximity grenade. I think the best way to do this is to break line of sight and make them come to us. I'm not going to just stand in the middle, because, yeah, this is going to be a shooting gallery. Not a good idea at all. We just have to spend this turn to move without taking any actions. Looks like it. I could hide behind this pillar. It doesn't seem to count as cover, but I assume it will break line of sight. Duncan has an ability, Beanbag Shot. It does 2 AP damage. So I would like to use that on one of these dudes to do some action point damage to them. Alright, let's do it like this. Duncan will go here and use beanbag shot. 21%, 84%. Let's go for this one. 21%. Okay, good. -2 action points. Perfect. Now Hulk will have to run all the way, I think. I could attack this guy. I'm not convinced it's such a great idea, but I could do it. I could use Pommel Strike to do some action point damage as well. Alright, let's do it. Hulk can take a beating. He has quite a lot of health, or he can miss. Okay, that was quite unlucky. Gobbet and Isabel will definitely hide in heavy cover. Or just completely out of view. I can probably... Well, no. Yeah, we have to use 2 action points. Alright, fine. We'll do it like this. And Isabel... I don't think we have a better option. I could go here and then take a shot at someone. I don't think that's really better. Necessarily. But we'll have 1 action point left if we do it like this. And we can shoot this person. 99% chance to hit. Well, probably not worth using aimed shot, although that's plus 15% chance to hit, so it pushes us from 84 to 99. Also 46% chance to crit because he's flanked. And he's flanked because we use Pommel Strike. I mean, beanbag shot. Alright, let's take a shot with 99. Nice, that was a crit. 18 damage, yep. Duncan will get shot, but I pretty much knew that's going to happen. I don't think these guys can target him though. These guys in the back. This dude probably can. Yes, he can. That's a critical. 7 damage. That counts as a flank, apparently. Okay, that was fine. Now I can move him. I can still move Gobbet. But then I won't be able to use Poison Fog or Haste. What can we do with Duncan? I could just run back here and then throw a grenade or something like that. This is also heavy cover. I want to throw a grenade. And maybe a proximity grenade. That should do pretty good damage. This seems to be the best way to deal with them. But Duncan doesn't have a lot of health. He can't take that much damage. So it might be better to just run out of sight and heal him up, perhaps? How much can I heal him for on this turn? 12. That's probably worth doing. So let's move out of view. Let's move out of view. Like so. We'll heal him up. That's only 12, but it's worth doing anyway. And I can use aim. What else can we do? We can shoot one of these guys. Yeah, the stunned guy. 84% chance to hit. 5 damage. I was hoping to do a little bit more than that. And we will run out of view with Hulk. I do think that's the best way. Make them come to us. We can still use Overwatch. And... yeah, run out of view with Isabel as well. This way they will have to come to us. And we can use the grenades on the next turn. Well, here's another guy. We will take some damage, but now they will all be very close to each other. The downside is that they also have some AoE, especially the mage. I don't like that guy too much. We have 3 kinds of AoE damage. We have the Poison Fog on Gobbet, we have the grenade on Duncan, and we have Frag Grenade. I mean, not Frag Grenade. Smart Proximity Mine. So, can we use that? Well, we need to be closer to use that. Can we actually kill any of these dudes on this turn? Maybe. Well, I can hit them with a grenade. 80%. 90% if we use it like this. This will use 2 action points, which is why I'm not too excited about that when there are 2 dudes directly next to us. Let's do some action point damage like this. And to the other person as well. There we go, -1 AP. We could probably kill this guy. Burst Fire is 90% chance to crit. Alright, let's do it. Not bad. I think we can kill him. But I'd like to move Gobet a bit. She can't take much more damage. And I don't like that mage in the back. I could try to kill the mage, but he has full cover. I could use this thing right here. The Poison Fog. 22%, 90%. Let's use Poison Fog. There, 10 damage, and they will take more damage if they try to run through it. That leaves us with Isabel. We do have a medkit. Might be worth using the medkit, honestly. I don't want anyone to die, for obvious reasons. So let's heal Gobet. Like so. Plus 20 health. They will shoot us. That's a crit on Hulk. The mage missed, that's good. Here's another guy. I'm glad Hulk has a lot of health. That was a nasty crit right there. Okay, Hulk needs some healing right about now. So... hold on. Yep, the heal wand is still on cooldown, unfortunately. I do have haste, so I could give haste to Hulk. I can only heal him with a medkit on this turn. Which I probably should. Yeah, I really should. We can't let him die. Alright. So, keep using Pommel Strike. There are 2 dudes right here. 3 dudes. We don't have AoE or anything like that. I mean, we do have the proximity grenade, but I don't know. It seems like it's a better idea to throw it in this direction. But that's 55%, 60%. This is not an easy fight. It really isn't. Let's back up into cover. This isn't a very good cover, but it's cover nonetheless. And just kill this guy with a named shot. Or with a regular shot. Yeah, kill him. There, he's down. Alright, good, good. It's going fine. Now, action point damage. 89%. I can't kill any of them, there's just no way, they have too much health. As in, on this turn. I can't kill them on this turn, that's what I mean. So let's do some action point damage. Nope, missed. One more. There. That's only -1, but it's still helpful. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that AoE from the mage. We need to kill that mage, or we'll be in trouble. Armor broken, and now Duncan is almost dead. Well, need to move him, or he's just going to die. And he can heal himself. We don't have a big choice. We don't have the heal wand now, but Gobet needs to move first. This is bad, we need to kill that stupid mage. If I run away from the mage, he should run through the poison. And do some damage to himself as a result. Let's heal Hulk. That's only +6. 20 on Gobet. I don't know. Hulk will be in trouble. I just can't do enough damage to these dudes. And they are doing too much damage to me. I would have to get 2 crits to even have a chance to kill this guy on this turn. Yeah, only 5 damage. That's just not enough damage. Not even remotely close to enough damage. So what about that heal? We can heal Duncan for 15. It's probably worth it. Alright, heal Duncan for 15. And we still have a medkit, if I want to use one. I'd rather use it on Hulk, honestly. But I can't do it on this turn. I still have that proximity grenade, but we need to be much closer to throw that. This doesn't count as cover. I need to be much closer to these guys on the left. like this, and then we can use proximity grenade on the next turn. Yeah, we are taking way too much damage, but there were a lot of dudes around here. It was pretty tough to avoid taking damage. Yep. I'm not sure if we can win this fight. It might be hard. If not, we'll try again. We got 3 turns. Proximity grenade time. Oh, we can't use it from here? Well, we can use it like this. That's not bad. That was what? Almost 30 damage total? Pretty good. But we're in trouble. We really are. I think the best we can do here is move out of the way and throw a grenade. Like, really. Oh, come on. Stop missing. What the heck? What's with the misses? And we missed twice in a row. This better do good damage. Light cover. Well, I have to throw it. 22%, or I suppose I don't have to throw it. I can try to do some damage instead. What about killing that stupid mage? We won't do enough damage because of cover. Unless I move into the open and then take a shot. But if I do that, Duncan will definitely get killed. Burst fire on this guy. Nope. If anything, I could kill this thug over here. If we get 2 crits in a row. That's not enough either. Okay, I think Hulk will go down. It's that stupid mage and the few crits they got at the start of this fight. I don't think there's an autosave, so I'll have to go for the shop again to attempt this fight one more time. Okay, well, I think we're kind of screwed here. Okay, we killed the mage. Shame we didn't do that earlier. Next time I attempt this, I'll definitely go for the mage first. The way cover works in this game is extremely confusing. It's impossible to tell which shots will be reduced by cover and which will not be. Sometimes you seem to be behind cover and the game claims you are behind cover, but you still get hit for full damage from a flanking shot. It's a little bit strange. Anyway, this is the last turn, so we will have to reload. Okay, so we're back in the garage. There's no autosave, so I had to search through that room one more time, which is fine. It didn't take that long. So, let's do this. We'll try to kill the mage earlier, maybe. I still want to search for this place. There has to be something relevant in here. Especially considering that incident involving the police. Anyway, let's do it. So, attack. Now. I think I'm going to play this more aggressively this time around. But we need to not miss 90% attacks. And we need some good AoE. Like well-positioned poison fog. A good proximity grenade. And things like that. So, where is the mage guy? Thug, ganger. There's the mage, alright. We need to mess him up. 29% chance to hit him with pommel strike. I think I'll just hit him with slash first. Alright, let's hit him with slash. 10 damage, good. So pommel strike is 89%. That's -1 action point. I could also hit him with beanbag shot. That's 98%. It's probably worth doing. If we fail to kill him, this will reduce his action points by 2 instead of 1 like pommel strike. There, nice, okay. Maybe we can actually kill him, probably not, but... Or I could target one of these other people and use pommel strike on them. We miss, damn it. This is exactly what I was talking about. We can't miss the initial attacks like this. That's bad. Okay, well, I can still use haste in theory if I want to. Problem is, we'll be completely flanked, so that's not such a brilliant idea. I don't know. Our options are kind of limited. Poison Fog doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because if we miss that, I'll hit Hulk. 90%. Well, 90% is not bad. I might try it. But that will use 2 action points. I don't like that part. No, I really don't. We got aimed shot and a regular shot. I need to move Duncan. See, here's the problem. If I move here, I will still get flanked by all these people. If I move here, I'll still get flanked by these 3. So I don't know. Let's go here then. And Gobet can go elsewhere. Or she can chill with Duncan. I'm still looking at that proximity grenade. Proximity grenades do pretty good damage, but this is not a good moment to use them. We still got burst fire. I could still just try to kill that mage. There, not bad, 26 damage. I can probably kill him. I can try at least. There, he's down, good. We still got Gobet. I could give someone extra aim. I still want to use haste, but I don't know. I could just take a shot at someone. Again, if I use haste, I will be flanked from all directions. That's not a very smart move. No, we need to move into cover. I should have used aim earlier, I suppose. Let's just take a shot at someone. 54%, 57, 45. That's not so great. 60%, probably not worth wasting our ammunition for that. Not much point using heal wound either. Well, we'll just use aim for someone, for Duncan. He could have used it earlier, but whatever. He can have it now. So here comes the thug, that's only 6 damage. I'm glad we killed the mage, that should make it easier. That seemed to be the most dangerous ganger, the mage, with that AoE of his. I just need them to not crit me too much. Okay, hi. I don't like that adept too much. Okay. Well, we could move away from these 2 and then throw a grenade or a proximity grenade. I like that plan. Yes, let's do that. And we miss. Damn it. Stop missing. One more. There, -1 AP. Now we could throw or launch a proximity grenade. 25%. Not a bad plan. What about that adept? Beanbag shot is on cooldown, sadly. I don't think I can kill the adept or the ganger. But I can use burst fire, that's 90% chance to crit, because she's flanked. That's the best shot I have. 20% on that grenade. Let's use burst fire. Okay, not bad, that was what, 26 damage total? Spray and pray. 21%. That's 2 attacks. Aimed burst, 81%. What else can we do? Not much point using heal wound. I could use haste now for Duncan. I like that idea. Okay, haste for Duncan. Here you go. That gives us 1 more shot on this turn. And he already has the aim buff. So single shot is 96% chance to hit. I don't think it's worth using aimed shot, which does have a 3-round cooldown, just to increase our chance to hit by 4%, not really. Let's take a shot. Nice, 11 damage, good. We won't kill that ganger on this turn, but we did some solid damage, and now I think Isobel needs to move into cover of some kind, like this perhaps. That seems reasonable enough. Alright, and we can still take a shot. Aim the shot. 90%, 86%. Let's focus on one ganger. She's already down to like 40% maybe. I wish there was a way to see their exact health, but I don't think there is, which is disappointing. There. Decent enough. She's down to around 30%. Hulk will take some damage. Hulk might need some heals sometime soon. Now this is a perfect target for a proximity mine. So if I can move away with Hulk and then launch a proximity grenade, that will be amazing. I like that plan a lot. So we can attack the Adept and we will have cover. Right here. Yep. Okay, we didn't miss this time around, that's -1 action point. So what about that proximity grenade? We also have Poison Fog. 80%, that's not bad. Let's check that proximity grenade. We are too far away, unfortunately. Okay, that's disappointing. I could still use Poison Fog though. And I like that idea. 80%. Nice. Okay, 20 damage, and these other two dudes might run straight through it. They might also run like this, but we did 20 damage already. Okay. Duncan has 3 action points now. And Isabel still has 2. Not much point using that proximity grenade, it won't do anything on this turn. I could move to position myself better to use it on the next turn. Or I could just take a shot. We are flanking that Adept. There. One more. Sure, unless I want to use the medkit. Maybe not so much. Hulk can take some more damage. There, more damage. And Duncan. So I could use Beanbag Shot to do some action point damage. It's probably worth doing. I don't like that Adept at all. And that's 80% chance. There, -2 AP, good. And now we can use Burst Fire. That's 90% chance to crit. I don't think we can kill the Adept, but this should do some really good damage. 24. Good enough, they will run around, which is fine. Yeah, they will be flanking us, unfortunately. 7 more damage from the fog. Armor broken. Hulk will need some heals. Right about now. Yep, he needs some heals ASAP. Okay. He's good, but he needs healing immediately. We do have 2 advanced medkits. How much we can heal him for? I can't target him with this. So advanced medkits. He needs to move first. What's the best way to handle this? I wish there was a way to rotate the camera because I can't see this very well. But this is a pretty good target for some grenades. Isabel has an advanced medkit, so I can move Hulk here and then use the medkit. That seems like a reasonable enough idea. But then I won't be able to use the grenade, damn it. Okay, I really want to use that grenade. 80%. This is a little bit too close to our other guys. And to Gobbet. We got Heal Wound. Okay, I don't know about that grenade. We might be able to kill them without it. I can throw a regular frag grenade. That's 95%. Okay. Let's do that. Perfect, we killed one. That was pretty nice damage. Now, I still want to heal Hulk. Otherwise, he might die. That's not necessarily what I had in mind. I just wanted to target Gobbet. Okay, advanced medkit. I won't be using the proximity grenade launcher right now. We still got heal wand, but it doesn't make any sense using it right now. Let's take a shot. Spray and pray. Nope, I was hoping to do more than that. Burst fire. Aimed. Oh come on, only 2 damage and we still missed. Well, Hulk needs to stay in cover, but If I do that, I definitely won't kill the Adept. This is the last move I have. Wait, no, this is not the last move I have. We got one more shot. There. And Hulk will stay here for now. Use Overwatch. Will it work like this? No. It won't. We can't hit anyone with a katana from 3 tiles away. We'll take some more damage, so we need to move on the next turn. Yeah, how was that a flanking shot? She does have cover from this direction, so why was this guy flanking Gobet when she had cover from this direction? Anyway, doesn't matter. She needs to move out of the way or just get a heal. She can heal herself. For 7, that's not really enough. Not worth using that. We still got that proximity grenade. Well, let's move. Like so, and Gobert needs to move the heck out of the way. Maybe just heal herself, I don't know about that. Let's just move her. And use aim for Duncan. Yeah, he doesn't have that anymore. Aim. And we got beanbag shot or single shot. I really wish I could see how much health exactly they have. It will be easier to decide. I still got that proximity grenade. 80%. This is probably the best moment to use it. If I don't use it now, when am I going to use it then? I just don't want to hit myself with it. That was, what, 26 damage? That was amazing. So, kill one of them with Hulk? We can try. That was not quite what I had in mind, but alright. There. We got one more shot. 99%. Not enough damage, damn it. But we saved beanbag shot. We should win this now. I'm not 100% happy with every single move, but this is a pretty tough fight. Still, we haven't won yet, so let's not get overconfident. We still have some medkits, but I'd rather not waste them. So, kill this person. Hulk's health seems to be fine for the most part. He can take some more damage. There, that's a kill. Move into cover. Like so. Okay. Use aim for Isabel. She might want to reload. Let's give her some extra aim. Plus 10%. And we still got aimed shot. Nope. That was a waste of aimed shot. We can't target this guy at all from here. Let's just use Overwatch then. I still want to heal Gobet, and I don't want to waste medkits, so we'll just do it like this. That's only plus 7, but at least we didn't use a medkit. There! Perfect! That was amazing! That was the best Overwatch shot we had in this game so far. I think we pretty much won now. So let's finish this. We can use beanbag shot on that guy. 26%. Nice, minus 2 action points. And now we can rush him with Hulk. Sounds good to me. Try to hit him with Pommel Strike. Actually no, just use Slash. Hi. Have a katana to the face. And we can take another shot. Aimed shot. Nice. And burst fire, 81%. Nice, he's down. Awesome, we won. I'm quite happy about that. And I'm pretty sure no one is going to care about them. PDA. A small PDA sits on the table, the dull glow of the screen illuminating the surface around it. It does not appear to be locked. Check recent mail. Please select a file. Okay. Elder murders. Oh, what? I don't know if any of you have heard about the way the elders have been getting picked off one by one, but stay out of it. They've been nice enough to let us set up shop here, but their business isn't our business. If anyone asks you to look into it, tell them to talk to me. I don't want to get mixed up in whatever politics are ripping those crazy tech junkies apart. The only good thing to come out of this all is that we picked up Tong's BTL stash earlier tonight. Ewan saw somebody go into Tong's shop right before closing time, and then he came out. And when he came out, the door was unlocked. Tong was ripped apart. Maybe he was the killer. Maybe he was just picking the place over like we did. Either way, let me say it again for you boneheads. Stay out of it. Okay, interesting. New location in garage. Wilson, we've got the go-ahead from the Wampan elders to move into the parking garage. Whatever fight happened here has really spooked the locals, and they're superstitious about moving back into a place that could be filled with angry ghosts. It's a bunch of bull, but whatever. The bottom line is, we have a new place to set up shop. Their only request are that we pay a percentage of our sales back to them, and we keep anyone nosy out of our turf. Works for me. Oh, interesting, so the elders wanted them to keep people out of this place. Very interesting. And we have evidence of that now. So where the heck is Kang? I don't know where Kang is. Last I heard from him, he was checking out the storage drains, looking for a place to use as a drop so we wouldn't have to stash all the chips up here in the garage. When he came back up, he said something about seeing a monster down there. He described it as a man-sized, but covered in gore and speaking some kind of monster language. He was so spooked he dropped his key to the drains on his way out. Total idiot. I told him to take a few days off. If you're still looking for him, check his flat in San Po Kong. He's probably drunk off his ass or something. Unfortunately, that means we don't have any more keys to the storm drains. I know that Porter Lam has some, but maybe you could ask him. There's also some elf woman named Rainbow Smite that's been down there, hunting paracritters. Maybe we could buy her key from her. Alright, leave the PDA. That was some interesting information. Can we just take the PDA? I didn't see that as an option. Bloodstains. Interesting. Dried blood and bullet holes pockmark the floor, pillars and walls of the parking garage. Judging by the amount of blood staining the floor, multiple people died here. To call the scene bloody would be to do it a disservice. This was a massacre of tremendous proportions. Look at this, Hulk. Duncan points to several scratches on the floor and in the pillar. These scratches look like they've been from a long-bladed weapon like a sword or a machete. With the number of bullet holes in the walls and cars around here, they must have just been spraying wildly. Our killer must have fought the HKPF in here and cut them apart. Since they never found the body, I've gotta assume the killer got away. Duncan checks the chamber on his assault rifle. I tell you what, I don't want to have to fight this maniac at close range. Fair point. So, bloody drain. Dried blood and clots clog the drain. As you look closer, however, something catches your eye. An off-red color that doesn't match the hues of the gore around the drain. Bending closer, it appears to be a small nugget of some kind. Fish the item out. The nugget, upon closer inspection, is a chunk of some kind of synthetic ferroplastic. It's got ragged edges, as if it was broken off a larger object. A number of small markings are partially obscured by scratches. Decipher the emblems. Brushing away some of the dust, you peer at the fragmentary bit of ferroplastic. The scratches and markings on the nugget seem vaguely familiar, and after a moment it strikes you. You're not seeing the entirety of the markings, as the rest remain on the parent piece of ferrocrate. Were the scratches to be completed, they would read Ranraku Kagaku Kabushiki Gaicha, the Japanese name for Renraku Applied Sciences, the branch of Renraku Asia responsible for materials science. Okay, that's interesting. Anything else? Nope, looks like that's all of it. Well, I'm glad we checked this place out. So we can't take the PDA, can we? No, we can't. Okay, that's a little bit strange because it would be good to have some evidence. But okay, whatever. So, I think it's time to check out the storm drains, because that's the only thing left that we can do. We need to find the key to the stockroom, but from the sounds of it, we might find the key in the storm drains. However, this episode is getting a little bit long now, so I'm going to finish it here and continue in next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.